Hello friends, I'm Vinod Prabhu and you are on your favorite channel 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. Today we are going to look at a key concept in calendars. The concept is known as odd days. This particular concept is very critical to solve any problem in calendars. And so knowing what odd days are, what odd days stand for in a corresponding day of the week, and what are the exceptions, all of this very critical. So odd days, as a recap, are the extra days which are not a part of a complete week. So we looked at an ordinary year having 365 days. So if you look at 365 and divide by 7, you get 52 into 7 plus 1. This is the odd day. So which are not part of a complete week. 366 by 7 for a leap year is again 52 into 7, but 2 is the remainder. So this is the odd day. So whatever odd day you get, okay, let us write the days of the week. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we are assuming that the first day of the calendar, not the first day of the month, not the first day of this year, no, first day when the calendar started was a Monday. If that is the case, if the odd day is 0, then that corresponding date is a Sunday. If the odd day is 2, the corresponding date is a Tuesday. Okay, remember this. This is if the first day of the calendar is Monday, which is what we assume. Because that is Sunday is known as a weekend. Okay, remember this. The odd day corresponds to the following days. If they say 10th of August was a Wednesday, what is 20th of August? Then we will look at those problems in the subsequent slides. But remember, if they generally ask what date is something and you calculate the number of odd days, then if the number of odd days is any of these numbers, it's the corresponding day. Very important. Find the odd days, you get the odd days. This is the corresponding day of the week. Odd days in an ordinary year is 1, odd days in a leap year is 2. Again, a very critical concept. Find the number of odd days in 9. Okay, number of odd days in 9, you divide by 7, remainder is 2, odd days are 2. In 18, you divide by 7, 7 2s are 14, remainder is 4, odd days. 4 odd days, 2 odd days. In 32, you divide by 7, 28 plus 4, so 4 is odd day. And in 153, you divide by 7, you get 147, 21 7s are 147, 6 odd days. Okay, that is how you do. You divide by 7, we are not worried about what would be the quotient, we just want to know what is the remainder. If today is Monday, let us see this. If today is Monday, what is the 98th day from today? If today is Monday, right? So this holds 98 by 7 is 14 with the remainder of 0. It means odd days are 0. The first day is Monday. 98th day from that day is going to be Sunday. What is the, if today is Monday, what is the 7th day going to be? 7 by 7, remainder is 0. That is also going to be a Sunday. So look at your calendar. If first is a Monday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be a Sunday. 8th again would be a Monday. So 8 by 7 gives me a remainder of 1. So odd day is 1, hence 8 is a Monday. If 1st of Jan is 2018 is Monday, what is Jan 1st of 2019? To see what the answer of this should be, look at 2018. Find out whether it is odd or ordinary year or leap year. If you divide 18 by 4, you get a remainder of 2. So it is not a leap year, it's an ordinary year. In an ordinary year, what is the number of odd days? It is 1. So Jan 1 of 2018 is Monday. Jan 1 of 2019, you add 1 to this day. You add 1 to this day, okay, which makes it Tuesday. Okay, because every ordinary year has one odd day. It means the start of the year and the end of the year for an ordinary year is the same day. So December 31st of 2018 is also a Monday. Jan 1st of 2019, one odd day gets added, so it becomes a Tuesday. If Jan 1st of 2020 is Wednesday, what is Jan 1st of 2021? So this is 20 by 4, it leaves a remainder of 0. So it is leap. Leap years have two odd days. So Jan 1st is Wednesday. Jan 1st of 2021 would be Wednesday plus 2. Okay, look at the week. Wednesday plus 2 is Wednesday. Add one Thursday, add one more Friday. Jan 1st of 2021 is a Friday. 10th December of a year is Monday. What is 31st December of that year? So, if you have to look at this particular topic, we see what are the number of days between 10th December and 31st December of that year. So, you will see that there are 22 days. So, how do you it 22? Do not do 31 minus 10. If you do 31 minus 10, you will get it as 21 days. We do, if you have to look at it, we see that we get 10 to 31, counting both 10 and 31. Okay, count the number of days: 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 30, 31. Okay, sorry. So that's 22 days. So, how do you do that? 22. If you have to find the number of odd days, you do 22 divided by 7 will leave a remainder of 1. So the number of odd days is 1. So in this example, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Monday corresponds to 1. So 31st December of that year is also a Monday. Okay, 31st December of that year, okay, is also a Monday. 9th April of a year is Thursday. What will be 15th October of the same year? First of all, let us look at the number of days between 9th April and 30th April. Okay, 9th April and 30th April, we have 22 days. Both the days inclusive. We have 22 days. Okay, those are, we'll keep it as it is. And for the remaining months, we can either add the full number of days in that month, or you can just add the number of odd days. I will show both and show that we get the same answer. May, 31, June, July, August, September, and 15 days of October. So if some of us remember the knuckle rule, right? If you hold your knuckle, two knuckles, as in two hands, fold it so that the knuckles are seen, and wherever the finger has a race, it is 31. So Jan has 31, Feb is either 28 or 29, March has 31, April has 30, May has 31, June has 30, July and August have 31, September has 30, October has 31, November has 30, December has 31. So these are the number of days between 9th April and 15th October. You have to count both the days, right? That is why if I counted from 9th April to 30th April as 22. So when you add these numbers, you get 190. 190 by 7 gives me 27 with the remainder of 1. Okay, so what does this mean? If the week started from a Monday, we know that these are the odd days. Tuesday, Wednesday, we know 0, 1, 2, 3. So if the week started from a Monday, we know 1 corresponds to the same day. Right? We looked at the previous slide. That was assuming the first day of the calendar was a Monday. Here 9th April is Thursday. So we start from Thursday, and if the number of odd day is 1, it means that the day asked is the same day. Let me repeat. If the first day of a calendar is Monday, we got the odd days as Sunday is 0, Monday is 1 until Saturday is 6. Okay, that was for the first day being Monday. Here the first day is a Thursday. So if the first day is a Thursday and if the number of odd days is 1, the corresponding day would also be a Thursday. So we have 15th October also as a Thursday. So This is 27 because 27 into 7 is 189. 189 with the remainder of 4. If 1st Feb of a year is Saturday, what will 9th September of the year be? Can we just solve this? Is there some info that is missing? Of course, you need to know whether the year is leap or not. Here, we did not need to know that because between April and October, the number of days is the same, whether it is ordinary or leap. That is not the case here. Between Feb and September, the number of days would differ depending on whether February has 28 or 29, whether it is leap or non-leap. Okay, so very important. Even in this question, the year being leap or ordinary doesn't matter because between 10 December and 31st December, the number of days will remain the same. So in this question, you need to know whether it is leap or non-leap. If it is leap or non-leap, right? How do we proceed? So in the previous question, we looked at the number of days in the entire month. Here, let me look at the number of odd days. Okay, we said that odd days in each month. So if it is 31, you divide by 7, you get the odd days as 3. If it is 28, you divide by 7, you get the odd days as 0. If it is 30, you divide by 7, you get the remainder as 2. The odd days are 2. So from 1st Feb till 9th September, one way is to calculate the number of days. You do, let us say, assume this is a leap year. You calculate 29 of Feb plus 31 of March plus 30 of April plus 31 of May plus 30 of June plus 31 of July plus 31 of August plus 9 of September. One way to do that is how we did it in the previous slide. The other way is to look at the number of odd days in a month and just add that. Okay, just do, because we are going to anyways divide by 7 at the end. So 1st Feb, since it is a leap year, Feb has 1 odd day, March has 3, April has 2. How do you get 2? 30 days of April by 7. 2 is the remainder. May has 3, June has 2, July has 3, August has 3, and September, you can't take as 2 because we want only until 9 September. So you add 9 days of September. So if you add that, this would be easier to add, right? 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 11, 14, 17, 28, divided by 7, leaves no remainder. If it is no remainder, see, if the week started from Monday, 0 odd days would mean it's a Sunday, 1 day before it. So if the 1st Feb of a year is Saturday, 9th September of the year, there is no odd days, 0 odd days. 9th September of that year will be a Friday. Don't say 0 and make it Sunday. No, because this day is not Monday. This is given as a Sunday. If it was Monday, odd day is 0 would make it a Sunday. If it is Saturday, odd day of 0 would make it 1 day before, which is a Friday. So we add the number of odd days for Feb, which is 1 because it's a leap year. Okay, so you add the number of odd days for each month. Don't add the number of days. It is the same. You'll get the same answer. 1 plus number of odd days in March plus April plus May. How do you get 3 in May? 31 by 7. 28 with the remainder of 3 plus odd days in June plus odd days in July plus odd days in August plus odd days for 9 days of September, which is 9. So if you add this 10, 15, 20, 26, 26 by 7 is remainder of 5. Okay, so now very important. If the first day of the week is Monday, five corresponds to Friday. 5 odd days corresponds to Friday, which means 4 days later. 1 day later is Tuesday, 2 days later is Wednesday, 3 days later is Thursday, 4 days later is Friday. Okay, if the first day is a Monday, 4 odd days of 5 corresponds to Friday, which is 4 days later. We have gotten odd day of 5 here. So what is 4 days after Saturday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 9th September of that year would be Wednesday. If the year is leap. Okay, we have taken that the year is leap and calculated. So odd days in years. Find the number of odd days in the first 10 years. Okay, first 10 years. So now since the day is not given, we assume the first day is Monday and then proceed with this logic. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as 0, 1, 2 and so on. Saturday being 6. Find the number of odd days in the first 10 years. To do this, First, you find the number of leap and ordinary years in this duration between years 000 and 0010. Okay. So, which are the years which are leap? The years which are leap are 40004 and 0008. So they are leap, which means they have odd days of 2. How many? So, if these two are the leap years, which are the other years? They are all ordinary years. So, we have 8 ordinary years plus 2 leap years between 000 and 0010. 8 ordinary years have 8 into 1 odd day, and 2 leap years have 2 into 2 odd days. So you can just add the number of odd days. You get 8 plus 4, you get 12. 12 divided by 7 gives me a remainder of 5. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 5. So 0010, number of odd days, which means 31st December 0010 is a Friday. That is because the number of odd days is 5. If the start of the week or the start of the calendar is not given, it is taken to be Monday. You add the odd days of leap, you add the odd days of ordinary, and then 31st December 0010 will be a Friday. Similarly, let's look at odd days in 20 years. In 20 years, which is 00100 to 0020, number of leap years will be 5. We have year 4, we have year 8, we have year 12, we have year 16, and we have year 20. So, number of odd days in 20 years is equal to ordinary year into odd days of ordinary year plus number of leap years into odd days of leap year. So if you have 5 leap years, so we have 5 leap years into odd days of leap year is 2. How many ordinary years will you have? You will have 15. Number of odd days of ordinary year is 1. So you do 15 plus 10, you get 25. 25 divided by 7 gives you a remainder of 4. And we have seen that if you have the number of odd days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday corresponds to 4. This corresponds to 1, 2, 3, 4. So 31st December 0020. Okay. 31st December 0020 is a Thursday. So ordinary odd days in 20 years is 4. Odd days in 50 years, similarly, we do ordinary years into odd of ordinary plus ordinary years, leap year into odd of leap year. So number of leap year in 50 years will be 12. How do you do that? 4 into 12 is 48. You can't do 13 because then it will become 52. So if there are 52 years, there are 13 leap years. If there are 50 years, there are only 12 leap years. So you do 12 leap years into ordinary odd days of leap year, and you do 38 ordinary years into odd days of ordinary years. So this is 38 plus 12 into 2, 24, makes it 62. 62 divided by 7 leaves a remainder of 6. Okay, if there's a remainder of 6, odd days in 50 years is 6. Very, very important, 100 years. Okay, so if you look at 100 years, number of odd years that you will, ordinary years you will get, and leap years that you will get. If you divide by 4, you will get 25. But you can't divide by 4. Why can't you divide by 4 here? Because 4 is a leap year, 8 is a leap year, so until 96 is a leap year, right? Multiples of 4. 100 is not a leap year, it's an ordinary year. Why is 100 an ordinary year? Because it's a century year. And century years, if you divide by 400, it should not leave a remainder for it to be leap. Here it leaves a remainder. So it is ordinary year. Okay. So if it is ordinary year, how many leap years do you have from 0 to 100? You will have 24 leap years. So 24 leap year into odd days of leap year. So if it is 24, you will have 76 ordinary years. Odd days of ordinary year. 1. So 76 plus 48. 124. 124 when you divide by 7 gives you 5 as the remainder. Okay, divided by 7, 54 is 49 plus 5. 5 is the remainder. You have 5 odd days in 100 years. Very, very important. Very, very important. 100 years has 5 odd days. Very, very important. Please remember this. Odd days in 200 years. Odd days in 200 years, you can look at it as 5 odd days in 100. For 5 odd days in 100 years into 2, which is 10. 10 divided by 7 gives me a remainder of 3. So there are 3 odd days in 200 years, which is the same because even 200 is not a leap year. 200 is a century year. You divide by 400, you get the remainder. So you have 24 leap years from 0 to 100 and you have 24 leap years from 101 to 200. So totally it is 48 leap years, and you can calculate it that way as well. Or I do it as 0 to 100 has 5 odd days. So 100 to 200 also has 5 odd days. So totally it is 10 odd days. 10 divided by 7 gives me 3 odd days. Odd days in 300 years. Let's look at 300 first. 300 is 5 odd days into 3. 5 odd days of 100 into 3. Even 300, the 300th year is not leap. Okay, 5 odd days into 3 is 15. 15 divided by 7 is 1 odd day. So 100 years has 5 odd days. 200 years has 3 odd days. 300 years has 1 odd day. 5, 3, 1. Okay. Odd days in 400 years. That you can't do as 5 odd days into 4. Here you have to look at it slightly differently. Let's look at the number of odd days that get increased. Sorry. You can do 5 into 5 odd days into 4. You can do that. So which means 0 to 100 has 5 odd days and then you multiply by 4. But the 400th year is also leap, because 400 by 400 gives no remainder. So you add 1. So 5 odd days into 4 becomes 20. This is plus 1 becomes 21. 21 by 7 leaves no remainder. So 400 years have 0 odd days. Reminder of the key points. 100 years have 5 odd days. 200 years have 3 odd days. 300 years have 1 odd day. And 400 years have 0 odd days. Odd days in 600, same thing. So 400 years have 0 odd days, right? So from 400 to 600, we have 200 years. 200 years, you know the answer is 3. So even in 600 years, number of odd days would be 3. And you can find out odd days in 800 is again 0, because 400 is 0 and another 400 will be 0. So 800, 1200, 1600, 2000. 2400, 2800, multiples of 400, the number of odd days will be 0. So very, very, very important video. We looked at what are odd days. We looked at what those odd days correspond to in the day of the week. We found out how you can find out the year in, or you find out the day in a particular year using the concept of odd days in a month. We found the number of odd days for the first 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 years. Very, very, very important topic. 100 years, 5 odd days. 200 years, 3 odd days. 300 years, 1 odd day. And 400 years, 0 odd days. So if you have liked this concept of odd days and calendars, I request you to click on the thumbs up sign, write some comments that will encourage us to put out more videos, share it with your friends, subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you can watch our videos as they are uploaded. If you want more practice, please visit 7simstarline.com and you can sign up and practice the topic-wise tests, the company-specific tests, etc. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. I hope you have a rocking day. Thank you.